Some morning split cleanly in two. The person I am and the person I pretend to be, just to make it to noon. Today felt like a binary switch, flipping between thoughts too quickly to follow. I move through the station like a glitch in the system, half here, half elsewhere. The turnstile clicked, and something in me clicked with it. A quiet acceptance, the repetition doesn't always mean routine. Sometimes it's survival on the platform. People lined up in uneven rows, faces lit by screens like coded signals waiting to be decoded. I watch the reflections flicker in the dark tunnel, shape-shifting in and out of focus, reminding me how easily we disappear from each other's lives. When the train arrives, its lights cut through the shadow, and for a moment the whole world felt binary. On or off, here or gone, moving or standing still. Inside the hum was steady, comforting in its predictability. Someone laughed softly, someone else wiped their eyes, and I realized we're all toggling between versions of ourselves, depending on who's watching. As the train carried us forward, I let myself split. The tired part, the hopeful part, the part that still believes mornings can change something if I let them. By the time I reached my stop, the switch had settled, leaving me whole enough to step into the day. The morning folds slowly around me, the thin layer of light spilling between half-open doors, carried on the backs of people rushing toward ours. They don't want to face just yet. I step into the flow, letting the crowd guide my shoulders, my bag, my heartbeat. The city feels heavier in winter. Silence between footsteps grows longer, yet no one dares to fill it with anything but breath. Someone presses close behind me, her phone resting lightly on my back. as if I were a shelf built only for this moment. Words I'll never read flicker across her screen. Vibrations passing through my spine like a second pulse that doesn't belong to me. I think about turning around, reclaiming the small square of space I've earned. But the train shifts, she leans further in, and I begin to understand how fragile mornings can be. Maybe she didn't sleep. Maybe she's apologizing to someone. Maybe she's holding herself together with nothing but a glowing rectangle and the rhythm of her breathing. The irritation that climbed my throat falls back down like a stone sinking in a pond. Quiet, unremarkable, forgotten. By the time we pass the next station, people think we live separate lives, but in the narrow shake of this train, we share warmth, exhaustion, and the silent hope that today won't break us more than yesterday did. I open my book when the crowd settles, reading the same sentence twice before the meaning lands. Ink becomes a small room inside my mind, one no one else can enter, not even the woman leaning on me without knowing she's asking for help. Outside, the city wakes with a low hum. Inside, I breathe for both of us until her weight lifts away and her world returns to her hands. I step off the train, feeling strangely lighter, as if small kindnesses can happen without anyone noticing. Soft, invisible like morning light on the back of someone you'll never meet again.
Last night's neon still clung to my eyes. When I woke, its colors humming softly, as if refusing to leave. I walk through the city, half in memory, half in the day ahead. The signs buzzed overhead, casting shifting shades on people who move as if part of the glow. At a crosswalk, a man wiped tears before the light changed, masking it with a yawn so smooth you'd think he practiced. A cyclist weaved between taxis, their neon helmet reflecting off puddles. spark skipping across a wire. Everywhere I look, the night still lingered in the shine of windows, the hum of engines, the tired sway of people pretending morning had truly arrived. I boarded the train and the reflections multiplied. A row of neon ghosts sharing my face, carrying versions of me. I wasn't ready to meet. The rails shook, sending fractured light dancing across the carriage. It felt like the world was repainting itself with each vibration. As we cut through the tunnels, I realized neon never really fades. It simply waits for the next dark surface to make itself known. There's a thin veil between what I feel and what I can name. This morning, that veil fluttered, soft, trembling, almost transparent. I watch the city wake behind a film of mist. Its edges softened, as if the world was taking a gentler breath. The train arrived with a whisper instead of a roar, and for once the noise didn't overwhelm me. Inside, sunlight filtered through dirty windows, scattering into shapes that reminded me of things I'd forgotten. Old conversations, unfinished plans, laughter that once felt too loud to lose. A child pressed their hand against the glass, leaving a small print that glowed in the slant of light.
that even if I don't know the path, I'm still moving. And as the carriage rocked, the veil between thoughts grew thinner. Memories brushed the present, possibilities flickered quietly, and the noise in my chest faded into something almost peaceful. As if the morning had gently pulled back a veil, just enough for me to breathe again.
to a place I'd never fully left. Crowded, yet somehow I felt more hollow than the space between strangers. Bodies pressed close, but no warmth reached me. Just the soft thud of bags, the rustle of coats, the quiet desperation of people pretending to be fine. A man beside me kept tapping his foot, not in rhythm but in frustration, a heartbeat he couldn't control. Someone whispered to themselves, a phrase looping over and over like a mantra, trying to fix what life had broken overnight. I stared at my reflection in the window, barely recognizing the eyes. Looking back, maybe that's what routine does, scrapes away the edges until all that's left is a faint outline. To be filled. Outside the city blurred, its colors drained, as if the morning had forgotten how to begin. A woman clutched her bag tighter when the train shook, and for a moment I felt her fear echo in me. Sharp, sudden, too familiar. But then the doors opened, letting in a breath of cold air that felt like truth. Quiet, heavy, but real enough to carry. I stepped out, still hollow, but carrying the faint hope that emptiness is not the same as being lost. Next train approaching. Please stand behind the yellow line. The voice cracked through the speakers, thin and tired, like it had repeated the same warning for years without anyone listening. A child laughed in the distance, mimicking the intercom tone. and for a moment, the whole station felt lighter. Then the noise returned, shoes scraping, coins dropping, someone arguing with a vending machine that refused to release their drink. I leaned against the pillar, letting the intercom static blend with my breathing. There was something soothing in the way machines speak. Predictable, unbothered, unaware of the weight people carry between announcements. Into his headphones, repeating a phrase, as if trying to memorize a better version of himself across the platform. A woman practiced smiling at her reflection in the dark window, searching for the face she wanted to show the world. The intercom buzzed again, this time softer, almost apologetic. Everyone looked up at once, drawn by a voice that didn't belong to anyone yet belonged to all of us. With a long metallic sigh, and we stepped inside together, carrying our secrets into the electric hum of another day.
When I wasn't sure belonged to me. A hallway washed in blue light, a voice calling from somewhere distant. The faint smell of rain on someone else's coat. I blinked and the memory dissolved into the hum of the train, but the feeling lingered like a mirage I couldn't chase. People slid past in soft blurs, faces stretching like reflections in a disturbed pond. Someone laughed 3 seats down, but the sound bent strangely as if echoing through a place I once loved but never visited. I closed my eyes and the present loosened. the platform, unsure whether the moment had happened at all, or if morning sometimes just play tricks on those who feel too deeply. Couldn't place a soft hum floating through the room like a memory trying to return. Maybe it was the wind leaning against my window, or the leftover melody from a dream I can't recall. Either way, it lingered long enough to guide the rhythm of my steps. When I walked outside, the city felt tuned differently. Cars passing in gentle intervals, footsteps settling into unexpected harmony. Even conversations seemed to glide on the same quiet wavelength. By a bus stop bench, watching someone fix the string on a worn guitar. They plucked a soft chord, hesitating to let it ring, as if afraid the world wasn't ready for sound. But the note spread anyway, rippling through the air and finding its way into me. It felt small but steady, the kind of tone that doesn't ask to be heard, yet stays with you regardless. As I continued walking, I carried that sound like a secret in my chest. My breathing softened, my heartbeat found its pace, and the day felt more in tune with itself. It's strange how a single tone, barely louder than silence, can shift the way you move through the wave.
Every day starts in the same place, a narrow seat by the window, a blur of colors passing like thoughts I didn't have time to feel last night. The train door closes and the world outside smears itself into soft streaks, like someone painted over reality because it was too sharp this morning. A man across from me mouths song lyrics silently. A woman taps her foot to a rhythm I can't hear. Someone else keeps checking the same notification, as if meaning will change on the 6th attempt. We are all searching for something to believe in before 9 a.m. A reason, a distraction, a voice that sounds like hope. I open my book, it's familiar like an old friend, reminding me I've survived every morning before this one. The words rise gently, settling into the cracks beneath my ribs. I sink into them the way others sink into sleep, or music, or the glow of a small screen they don't want to let go of. Outside the window, apartment buildings tilt slightly as the train curves through the city. A choreography we all know by heart. It's comforting, this sameness, this predictable motion that keeps us from falling apart. Sometimes I wonder who I'd be if I didn't have these borrowed stories to anchor my drifting thoughts. If all I had were the noise of strangers and the pressure of time nudging me forward. But the pages turn soft as a breath against my palm, and suddenly the morning feels bearable, like a song that grows warmer once you learn the chorus. I close the book near my stop, not because I'm done, but because I want to save something for the evening. A small reward for making it through the long distance between stations and between people. The day hasn't really begun yet, but for a moment, between two paragraphs, I felt alive, and that feels like enough. The morning opens slowly, like a flower unsure of sunlight. I stepped outside, feeling the air warm in my sleeves before my thoughts were ready. A couple crossed the street, sharing headphones, moving as if the world had softened just for them. Their laughter drifted back to me, light unburdened, a reminder of something I thought I'd forgotten. I took my time walking, letting the breeze rearrange the loose corners of my mind. Strangers brushed past, their stories passing through me with the gentleness of petals falling from unseen trees.
My breath grew slower and the day seemed to bloom in my hands. Small, delicate, waiting to be The day felt blank when I first stepped outside. A canvas waiting for something small to change its color. The air was cool enough to wake the quiet parts of me, the ones that only speak when the world hasn't fully opened yet. A street vendor arranged flowers in a tin bucket, petals brushing each other like soft whispers. Cars passed slowly as if afraid to disturb the morning. Everything felt unpainted, but ready. I walked without choosing a direction, letting the city sketch itself one corner at a time. The smell of bread, the stretch of a shadow across the wall, the flicker of a neon sign that refused to turn off after dawn. Each moment pressed lightly into me, like strokes on a fresh page. A cyclist stopped to fix their chain, and for a second the whole street paused with them. I stood still too, not out of need, but because sometimes the world seems to hold its breath just to show you a detail you would have missed. Later at a crosswalk, a child tugged their parents' sleeve and pointed at the clouds, shape-shifting as if someone was painting the sky in real time. time. And suddenly the blankness of the morning felt less like emptiness and more like possibility. A quiet reminder that even on slow days life leaves small colors for anyone who chooses to lose. This morning blurred before it began. Edges smudge, colors breathing softly into one another. A thin trail of warmth rested on the window, like the faint print of yesterday's sun. I walk through the quiet street signs blinking slowly, as if waking from a long gentle sleep. Footsteps behind me dissolved into wind, their rhythm fading before I turned. The cyclist passed, leaving a streak of blue that lingered longer than it should have. Even my thoughts felt half-formed, floating phrases, tiny impressions, echoes without source. Still, there was something comforting in the way that they refused to sharpen a softness that held space for whatever I carried. And in that fading outline of morning, I found a quiet trace of myself I hadn't seen in a long time. I felt myself float before the day even began. A lightness settling in my chest for reasons I couldn't explain. Maybe it was the breeze moving
without urgency, painting the curtains in melted gold. Thoughts wander beyond the edges of what the morning required. The world felt suspended, cars gliding, doors opening gently, voices softened as if padded by air. By the river, a man skipped stones with deliberate care, each ripple widening into choir rings that drifted far beyond him. Watching them, I felt something inside me do the same. Of the water, not broken, just moving as if reminding me I didn't need to stay perfectly still to feel whole. As I continue down the path, a small gust lifted my hair and I closed my eyes, letting the moment carry me like a leaf that hadn't yet decided where to land. Some days you don't walk through the world, you float through it, held up by things too soft to name, but too real to ignore. The afternoon light glinted off the windows in small trembling shapes, tiny pieces of warmth slipping across the street. I slowed my steps, letting the sun paint soft lines along my sleeves. Someone opened a cafe door and warm air drifted out, coffee, laughter, and the smell of something gently sweet. A man sat by the window, tapping rhythm on his cup. spot near a half-bloom tree, watching petals spin on a breeze too soft to notice. Each one caught the light like a shy spark before drifting out of sight. They simply glow for anyone willing to look. And as the day leaned toward evening, I felt something warm settle underneath my ribs. A small glint of calm, bright enough to carry lift itself over the rooftop, slow, patient, carrying the color of a day that hadn't chosen its shape yet. The breeze carried something familiar, like a memory I touched once but never held long enough to keep. Cars pass quietly, as if respecting the calm, their engines softened by the early light. I walked without hurry, letting the warmth settle under my collar, feeling my heart be aligned with the rhythm of the city waking. A child pointed at the sky and laughed, a sound so sincere. It felt like the world was opening just a little wider. I thought about the days I'd rushed through, the mornings I'd ignored, the moments I'd let slip, because I was too busy trying to be someone I didn't understand. But here with the horizon stretching like an invitation, everything felt softer, not easier, but possible. city looked different through the morning lens, clearer in some places, blurred in others, like someone had adjusted the focus just slightly off center. I watch people cross the street, their steps align with the soft rhythm of a new day unfolding. A couple shared a scarf, leaning into the cold with practiced closeness. Nearby, a boy photographed puddles, capturing reflections more vivid than the sky above. Each image held a world. The rest of us walked past without noticing. I paused by a railing, letting the breeze lift the weight off my chest. One breath at a time, the world felt gentle as if telling me I didn't need to rush to belong to the morning. Through the shifting focus of sunlight and shadow, I caught myself smiling. A small, quiet thing that felt like remembering who I once hoped to be. Sometimes the lens doesn't change the world, it just helps you see the parts that stayed soft, even when you didn't. I found a quiet street today, one I must have walked past 100 times without noticing. The sunlight curved gently around the buildings, drawing soft lines across the pavement. Even the shadows moved slower there, as if the day had decided to take a breath. A shopkeeper hummed as he swept fallen leaves into a neat pile, rhythm steady and unfazed. A cat stretched in the doorway, unbothered by the world or the hours waiting ahead. thoughts weren't rushing to rearrange themselves, they just existed, quiet and full like sunlight resting on warm stone. People talk about big changes, moments that split life into before and after, but sometimes what saves you is nothing more than the soft outline of a simple morning, a street you overlooked, the way the world feels when it isn't asking anything of you. For the sun today, room still blue with the last breath of night. The air felt thin, as if the world hadn't fully returned yet. I stepped into the street, and the city moved in slow motion. Delivery trucks yawning awake, a cyclist gliding past like a shadow that hadn't chosen a body yet. Eyes glazed from yesterday's weight, thoughts trailing behind like loose threads. On the train I found a place to lean my shoulder against the cool metal. Someone next to me kept dropping their gaze, their thoughts too heavy to hold steady. I wondered what memory was tugging them back into the dark. drifting together without pretending we're whole. As we neared my stop, the light began to warm and the silence inside me finally loosened. The train doors close with a sigh, as if the whole city is tired of waking up. I stand near the center today, surrounded by people wearing the same half-asleep expression I've worn for years. A man in front of me folds his newspaper carefully, as if precision could keep the day from unraveling. A student rehearses sentences under her breath, each word a small shield for whatever awaits at school. Life feels simpler when I'm not the one choosing. Just floating, just following, just moving with the crowd. My phone stays in my pocket, I don't need the noise this morning. Instead I watch reflections ripple in the windows, faces overlapping like layers of forgotten dreams. Me when someone brushes past. For a moment I imagine we're all connected by an invisible thread, something fragile yet steady, pulling us through the same morning fog. Strangers wouldn't synchronize so easily, but maybe survival teaches us the same choreography. I exhale the night's weight as the city brightens. This commute isn't freedom, but it's a place where time softens, a narrow slice of morning where I can remember I'm still learning how to live. tunnel. A familiar comfort wrapped in static. Together by steel and speed, carried through the city by a pulse older than any of us. And for the length of that ride, my heartbeat matched the rhythm. Not because I meant to, but because sometimes the world insists you move with it. There's a quiet that only mornings know, a hush that settles on the tongue, soft enough to swallow without noticing. it slowly, hands tucked in my pockets, hoping the silence might tell me something I've forgotten. Cars move like muted thoughts, streetlights blinked away, and a lone dog barked at a shadow only it could see. The world felt half-written, as if waiting for someone to finish the sentence. I boarded the train and found a seat by the door, watching strangers slip in and out like pages turning themselves. A man rested his forehead on the glass, eyes drifting over the city as though searching for someone he no longer speaks to. A child asked his mother why mornings feel cold, and she didn't answer. Maybe because she didn't know, or maybe because she did. Tracks led in the motion, smooth out the creases in my thoughts. Somewhere inside that quiet, something softened, not joy, not relief, just a small permission to breathe without rushing. When I opened my eyes, the train was filling with light, warm and slow, as if the sun had decided to take its time today. I stepped off at my stop, carrying the quiet with me, hoping it would last longer than the walk to work. Another morning, another quiet race against the clock. The kettle whistles, the mirror fogs, and I watch myself moving without fully waking. Routine a strange kind of comfort, a path carved so deeply. My feet follow it, even when my mind lingers elsewhere. I step outside, join the river of bodies flowing to work, each person carrying stories folded neatly beneath their coats. At the bus stop, a man hums an old tune, as if reminding me himself he's still here. A woman scrolls through messages, she pretends she's over. A boy kicks a pebble like it's responsible for everything that hurts. We all find ways to distract the heart before it starts aching again. On the subway, I count the breaths between stops, watching how people enter and exit one another's lives without even noticing. Maybe that's what routine really is, an endless choreography of gentle collisions and quiet departures. I pull out my notebook and write a line or two, not to make sense of anything, but to hold the moment still before it slips away. When my stop arrives, the doors open like a queue, and we scatter into the daylight, each of us continuing a routine we didn't choose, yet carry, because the alternative feels too wide. Same bus, same subway line, moving with the crowd at the break of day. Faces tired, eyes half closed, everyone hiding in a small glowing world. I used to fall into that light too, scrolling through pieces of someone else's life, until the morning started to feel empty, and I opened the book instead, turning quiet pages just to feel away. Today the train was packed so tight I couldn't move or breathe right. Something pressed against my back, a phone resting on me like I was part of the wall. She typed and scrolled without looking up, carrying her worries in the light of her screen, never knowing her thoughts brush straight into me. For a moment I felt wrong, like I had given away something I never meant to share. 30 slow minutes later, irritation softened into something else, a small understanding of how we all survive the morning. Some listen to music to stay steady, some search for someone in their messages, some watch videos to forget the day ahead, and some of us people trying to rest, trying to breathe, trying not to fall apart in the middle of strangers. And in this packed in silence, I start noticing little things. Shaking hands, holding a strap, eyes that haven't slept, hearts thinking of something far away. Sometimes we look up, even for a second, to see the person beside us, to remember everyone is carrying a story they don't know how to tell. And I keep writing mine, quietly, slowly, finding pieces of meaning in these ordinary, crowded days.
Settled quietly against me. I didn't move. There was something honest in her stillness, a kind of truth people only show when they're too tired to pretend. The train rocked gently, like it knew she needed the motion to stay upright. Passengers shuffled around us, but we stayed in our small orbit, sharing a space neither of us owned. I thought about tapping her awake, but something stopped me. Maybe the way her hand trembled as if holding on to a memory, or the way her breathing slowed once the world stopped demanding so much of her. Outside, the streets blurred into soft shapes, trees dissolving into color, buildings leaning in like they were listening. Inside, the warmth of her leaning felt strangely familiar, like all the moments I wanted to fall apart, but kept standing instead. When she finally lifted her head, she looked around like someone returning from far away. Our eyes never met, and she stepped off without a word. but I felt her absence as clearly as her weight.
As the train approached my stop, the ringing in my ears softened into something warmer, almost tender, like a reminder that even noise has a reason for existing. off into the cold air, carrying the static with me. Wondering how long it would take to fade into something I could use.
Stepped into the train like someone walking into a memory. Slow, distracted eyes carrying shadows from the night before. When the crowd pressed in, her shoulder brushed mine, then her phone settled, quieted against my back. Unintentional, unguarded, human. I held her world 30 minutes, feeling it through the tap of her fingers. The quick breaths between messages, the moment she hesitated before rewriting a line that must have meant more than she wanted to admit. I wondered who she was writing to, a friend she missed, a mistake she was trying to fix, someone she wanted to keep but didn't know how. The train rattled gently like an old heartbeat, remembering how to move forward. I kept my hand still, letting her lean without knowing. No judgment, no hurry, just the understanding that everyone needs something to hold on to. My book stayed closed on my lap. Some mornings aren't meant for reading, some are meant for noticing the quiet ways. People reveal themselves when they think no one is watching. She shifted her weight once, then again. Soft apologies hidden in the motion I could feel but never hear. There was tenderness in that, a fragile kind of trust born from exhaustion, more than intention. Outside the city unspooled in slow lines, bridges, rooftops, a sky washed out from too many early mornings. Inside we existed in a temporary closeness that didn't require names or eye contact or explanation. When the doors opened, she stepped off with the hurried grace of someone trying to catch up to life. Her world left my back and returned to her hands, but something of the moment lingered in the air. A reminder that strangers borrow pieces of one another all the time, and sometimes the softest connections are the ones we carry the longest.
and strangely grounded, as if holding someone else's silence had steadied mine. Took the window seat today, letting morning light spill across my hand. The glass was cold, but the world outside felt warmer than anything inside this train. Buildings rose and fell like quiet waves. Street signs flickered, the colors washed out by dawn. A cyclist sped past, face determined, as if racing against the day itself. I rested my head against the window, felt the vibrations run through me, a reminder that even stillness moves when the world refuses to slow down. Inside, conversations murmured softly, someone planning their weekend, someone apologizing over the phone, someone laughing too quietly for anyone to notice. I watched our reflections blend together, layered like a collage of strangers, all hoping today is kinder than the last. My thoughts drifted to the things I meant to finish, the words I never said, the habits I promised to break. Some days living feels like a long list I'm always rewriting, but as sunlight slid across the skyline, I felt something loosen in my chest, a simple reminder that mornings don't ask us to be perfect, only present.